Well, good morning, my subscribers, diamond painters, and watchers of the video. Yes, it is a Sunday. It is 6:07 a.m. It is the 19th. It is Sunday, November 2023. I'm doing this, an earlier update, and probably do another one on Wednesday. But I thought I would give you a, how about calling it a whip and sip? I have a little bit of coffee. I'll be sipping on that. And I want to show you what I've done so far on this beautiful painting. Hold on a minute. Okay. It is by Pinson. It is Strength Along the Journey. It is a diamond art. There are 53 colors, and I did make a boo-boo. There's only 2 ABs, not 3. I have no clue where that came from. I have a couple things to talk about this painting after I show you what how far I've progressed on it, and hopefully you enjoy it. You may not. Oh, there goes the camera blurring itself up. Okay. Oh, and it is 29 by 22, or 74 centimeters by 56 centimeters. And as far as I can tell, it's no longer available. At least not on diamond art. So, here is the beginning. The trees look so real. And it is sparkly, the church steeple. And look at those beautiful colors in those trees. The purples, the pinks. They are beautiful. Look how real the trees look. So I finished that top section, and I thought I would come on here, like I said, and do a little painting with you if I get to it. I've got to set it all up. I have to peel down my plastic and place my release papers on. And I'll get started over here on the tree and this, I don't know if it's a barn or what over there. Could be a barn, could be another little cottage, not sure. Okay. Let me put you on pause till I get you in the holder, because I'm so afraid that if I don't pause you, I'm going to lose you. So, hang in there. Okay, I think I have you there. That is the beginning of it there. Yep, let me get a little. There we go. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to peel this down, and I want to talk about this painting. I looked up some of Chuck Pinson's paintings and how he describes his paintings, and they mean something to him. They really mean something to him, and this one, means something to me as well. And I'm going to read what his description of this painting is. and these are his words, so this is what he says. Life is a journey, and that journey is not easy. We often need strength, friendship, and renewal. I think of the Christian church as a historical instrument of small town community, through which people can receive a spiritually enduring strength. It's a place where love and truth of God is shared and received. I also included a scripture within a rock by the trail, Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, which instructs us to not be afraid, but to be strong because God is with us. Now, whatever your spiritual beliefs are, that is yours and yours alone. I'm not heavily spiritual. I believe in something greater than us, because we can't be that egotistical to think that we are the be-all and end-all of everything. But when he said that he left a scripture on the rock on the trail in this painting, you won't see it in this painting. But if you go to chuckpinson.com, I believe it is, and look at his art gallery, or if you go to Diamond Art and look up Strength Along the Journey and bring up one of the pictures they show on there and enlarge it, you can see in the rock in front of the front wagon wheel, there's a big rock, and it's printed on there, Joshua 1:9. I mean, I would never have known that if I had not read his description of this painting. And when he talks about, you know, God being with you, or the strength that you have in this journey, I get my strength from the family that raised me. I think of my stepfather, 101 years old. What strength did he have? Not to get to the age he is, but to live through the things that he lived through and saw the changes that he saw. I mean, it's amazing to me. And my mother, she'll be 90 next year. I kept envisioning my mother as not that old. I mean, you look at someone and you see him every day, and you don't think how old they are. That's my furnace clicking off. Noisy. And I see both of them having the strength to still do all the things that they do. I mean, I'm going to be 72, and I'll tell you, they outshine me. They really do. They still work in their yard. They still, drive, and they do everything. They do everything. And then I think about my stepfather. You want to know strength. 101 years old, raised in Mississippi, born and raised in Mississippi. And I had told you before that he is a black man. And 100 years have gone by, and he still tells me to this day that he knows what parts of Mississippi he still can't go in. That's 100 years. Now, he had the strength to endure all that he endured. And we sit here and think, oh, we're going through this, that, and the other thing. No, there's more to it than that. There's way more to it than that. There's a strength that comes from the family. There's a strength that comes from your community. You know, it's just this painting. I don't know. You know, you may think I'm sounding silly and stupid, and all it is canvas and drills. But I don't paint to just paint these and see how many I can get done. I display mine. I put my feelings into it. It gives me happiness. It gives me joy. It's not just a hobby to me. I think that's why I couldn't get back into the cross stitching. It just didn't seem to want to do it for me anymore, or couldn't do it for me anymore. Things I learned growing up. Oh, geez. Oh, heck, when you're a kid, there's so many things that you learn. And then some things you go through and it's like, geez, you know, I wasn't paying attention, you know, and you wish you could go back now and pay attention. I have to change the tip. I'm sorry, I'm changing my mind, or skipping around here. But I have to change the tip on my pen, so I just pull it out. You know, some people replace the whole thing, but there's nothing wrong with it. I've had some that have had cracks and had to. So let me see if I can get this in there. Okay, and then it just, yep, there we go. The only reason why I use the pliers is sometimes they get in there pretty tight and I can't pull them out. So I'd like to get me a pair of even smaller pliers. I've had these things for, oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about how many years. And they fit right in my little side table lamp that has a little setup that I used for cross stitching. Now I can set my other stuff in. So let's see what colors I can start with. I think I'll start with these here. That would be number 44 as 3371. Okay, now I don't know if I'm going to get any noise from my puppy. He is laying next to me under the blanket, and hopefully he doesn't start. He's already been out and done his thing. The reason why I am up, well, I've been up since about 2:30, 1:30, 2:30. I was really tired yesterday, and I diamond painted for a while. Oh, I gotta put my, gotta put my glue dots in. I forgot all about that. So used to doing that, and here I am babbling away with you guys and not paying attention to what I'm doing. So anyway, you know, let's see, talking about childhood stuff. Let's see. Okay, when I turned 17, I wanted to, I don't know if I had mentioned it before, but I had wanted to join the military. And, you know, that would have been in 68. So we know how things were then for women. And I wanted to join the Air Force because I knew the Air Force, offered more for a woman at that time. So I went downtown and told them what I wanted. And they said, well, you take the test. And I think there were 100 questions. There were 200 total. And it was a 2-page test. One side or one page was had mechanical, and you know how they have squares, you have to figure out how they fit in, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And the other side was common sense, civil, so, you know, almost like what you took, to get, to work for the city or something. And I took the test, and I passed the mechanical page 100% and got a 99 on the other side. And the Air Force said, nope, you can't get in unless you pass 100% on both. And I thought, now are they telling me that because I'm a woman, or are they telling me that because it's the truth? I didn't check, of course. But they told me that if I really seriously wanted to be in the military, that they would pretend like I didn't take the test and I could retake it and go in the Army. Well, I knew that the Army was not a place I wanted to be in. They didn't offer anything for women, unless you wanted to be a glorified secretary. And heck, I could have done that after I got out of high school, because that's basically what we learned in high school. So I ended up not doing that, and then a couple of years later got married. So that's my little adventure into maybe joining the military. And maybe I wish the heck I could have or would have. And got married, lived in a small 2-bedroom apartment, had my son. Then my husband at that time decided, well, we could move and buy a house. So we bought a house. It was a 2-bedroom, and he was real good, real handy with house repairs. So this is a brand new home, split level. Wasn't a fancy home, wasn't huge, split level. I need more glue dots in this. This thing is not sticking. So we moved, and he turned the largest bedroom into 2 bedrooms. So my son had part of that he changed over as his bedroom, and used the other part of it for his study, because he was going to college. And I was trying to be Miss Susie Homemaker, of course. You get up early, you make them breakfast, and you clean your house, and start all over again the next day. And I used to do little tricks, because at that time you could spend about, we used to spend about $25 a week on groceries. And boy, could you get a lot of groceries. for $25. And there were times I could, get away with spending less if there were sales and things. But I found I used to read newspaper a lot. And I used to read Heloise. And I know there's some people out there my age or a little younger that would remember Heloise. When she passed away, her daughter took it over for a while, took over the column, the advice column. And she had a thing where she would talk about how to maintain your home, the real quick and easy way. And it really was. It really, really was. Like if you're going to clean your house, say you start your day, okay, and you already made breakfast for everybody, and you got your dirty dishes and everything, and you still needed to make the bed, you still needed to vacuum, clean up the bathroom, blah 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 blah. So what she suggested to do is you put the hottest water, soap and water, in the sink that you can, and then you put your dishes in that to soak while you take your little carry kit. You had like a tote kit of all your cleaning products, your rags, and so on, and you set them down on the steps, since I had a split level, and then you went around your living room, dining room, and started dusting and picking up magazines and books, whatever was on the coffee table at the time, and just pretty much straightening things up a little. And then you would take, and anything that was supposed to go upstairs, you waited. You didn't take it, how some people that run back and forth and back and forth, they make all these extra steps. And so I would, you'd set everything at the bottom of the step in their little carry tote. And when you were ready to go upstairs to clean up the bathroom and make your bed and so on, you just toted everything all up at the same time. You made one trip until you came downstairs to, finish up doing whatever else you had, and then by the time you finished all that, which only took, I'd say, about 20 minutes total. And that was making the bed, cleaning up the bathroom, the whole bit. By the time you came down, the water was just the right temperature that you could stick your hands in and wash your dishes. If you dried them, you dried them. If not, you set them to, air dry. And how she suggested is you did that every day, but on specific days is when you would do your major cleaning. Well, my mother always did our major cleaning on Friday. I mean, she did major cleaning on Friday. You moved furniture, you did major mopping and waxing the floors, and everything. Everything was major because, like she said, you never knew when somebody was going to show up on the weekend. They didn't usually come, visit you during the week, but if you did that little bit of cleaning every day, come Friday, you wouldn't have anything major to do, and the whole chore only took you about 30 minutes total. And then you were done. Then you did whatever you did the rest of the day. You get ready for lunches or to get things ready for dinner, and I really enjoyed it. And then what I would do, in order not to blow my money and try to put a little aside during grocery shopping, I took 2 or 3 sheets of paper and wrote a list of what I had in my cupboard, in my can cupboard. And every time I used a can of something, I'd check mark it off. on the paper, so that when it came time to go grocery shopping, I just looked at that, wrote down what I needed, extras that I needed to pick up, and just fill that section up again. It was so much easier than having to remember, okay, what do I have left? What do I need? And I just write it all down on a piece of paper and, like I said, check mark it as you use the things. I don't do that anymore, and I should. I've got so many canned goods in there, it's ridiculous. I do put the newer cans, toward the back and the older ones in the front, and try to make sure I use them. Otherwise, things start to expire when we get too much stuff. Oh, and I can remember, and that was in the 70s, when coffee and sugar went sky high. We used to shop at an A&P. And, I mean, if some of you ladies remember it, it was outrageous. And so I went down with a bunch of ladies down to the A&P, and we picketed. We wouldn't buy coffee, and we wouldn't buy sugar. And we picketed the stores. And after a while of the stuff just sitting on the shelves, and they weren't selling it, prices started to come down. I had never been in a picket before, and it was fun. It really was. It was like, I felt like, oh, I did something. And like I said, in the, things for women sometimes didn't always work out. And then when I got divorced, it got worse. I had a job. I worked. The house, I was worked in a hotel, cleaning rooms and that basic thing. I mean, that's what I found. And I needed tires for my car. I didn't have money I could just run right out and do it, and I didn't have credit, because all my credit when you were married was in your husband's name. Everything was in his name. And I happened to run into a very nice gentleman that had a tire store, and I said, man, I really need tires for my car, but I don't have credit. I can make the payments, I just don't have a lump cash. And he took the chance, and he said that he understood. I mean, he said he trusted, because he knew what it was like for his wife. And I got tires, all 4 new tires, made the payments, never missed one, and it started establishing my credit. It was hard. If you didn't have a man in your life, it was like, oh, what are you gonna do? You weren't Mrs. So-and-so, you were Miss, you were his name. It wasn't fair. But, like that old commercial, you've come a long way, baby. Yeah, somewhat. There's still issues, even to this day, fighting for different things that you want and need. And, hopefully the younger generation will keep fighting, and keep getting what they need in their lives. They spend so much time on computers and texting and, all these media outlets. They need to be out there, watching your neighbors, watching, don't let the world pass you by, man, because time has a way of getting away from everybody. There's not enough of it. Some of the things that I did when I was younger or didn't get to do, that now, and I have to say it, I'm too old to do it, because some things require a different kind of strength. You can't do it. I mean, I never was one for traveling. That's not something I do. That's not my my thing. Unless, you're driving, then that's fine. But I want to make sure I talk about everything that I want to talk about. I mean, I'm trying to think of different things I haven't talked about in the few videos that I have made. I don't know what I'm going to diamond paint next. I'm not even thinking about it, because I'm too into enjoying this one. And every time I sit here and diamond paint this painting, it evokes other memories. I think about when I used to go to church when I was younger. I was baptized Roman Catholic, and I think the only times that I was ever in a Catholic church was for funerals. My dad was a Roman Catholic. It was my aunt, his sister, who wanted, the kids to be baptized Catholic. My dad was not too in tune with it. I guess after growing up Catholic, he wasn't too impressed by it later on. I don't know. But he was baptized Catholic. He went through all the stuff, catechism and, all the communion stuff and everything, whatever he went through it. He went through all that. When I was growing up, though, my dad would take us to a Protestant church. And I spent a lot of summers in Bible school. And growing up, when I was in, I think, from 3rd grade to 6th grade, the church was right next door to our school. And every Wednesday they had Bible school. And they had that in the summer and in the winter, through the whole school year. And I would go next door every Wednesday, and I really enjoyed it. It was the Church of the Nazarene, and I really enjoyed going. Used to go to Bible drills all the time and spend Sundays at the church. So one of the, a lot of the things I learned about how to treat other people, besides learning that from my stepfather, from my father and my mother, is number one, respect. Whether you trust everyone, that's on you. but you give them respect, especially your elders. I don't see that a lot these days with some of these kids wandering around here. But you respected them. They lived longer than you, and I'm sure they've learned a lot more than you have along the way. You know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, you know, those kind of things. This isn't a religious channel, by the way, folks. And odd coincidence, it is Sunday. Oops. Sorry. I can get off that subject, though. Sorry about that. But what's that? I seen a diamond painting on Amazon, and it says, it's one of them funny ones, but it says, I am blunt because God rolled me that way. So I thought about buying that one. Not sure if it's supposed to be about pot or it's supposed to be about God, but I thought it was kind of cute. So what's everybody going to be doing and eating for Thanksgiving? I had already mentioned that for me anyway. You know, no stuffing, you know, trying to stay away from those carbs. Turkey breast, my homemade cranberry sauce that I made and had frozen, and we'll be taking that out on Tuesday. And I'm going to have mashed cauliflower and some other kind of veggies, which I'm not sure about yet. I love the veggies. We had stuffed peppers yesterday or Friday, and then I had one large stuffed pepper left. And so what I did is I made a spaghetti squash and put that, you know, scraped out. If you've ever eaten a spaghetti squash, you'll know what it is. And it looks like spaghetti. And then, excuse me, cut, excuse me, there's the coffee. There's the sip. Took a stuffed pepper cut in half, put sauce and everything on each bowl. And that's what we had. Excuse me, because we had leftovers. So, don't know what I'm going to make today. Haven't even thought about it. I've got them. I might make some kind of chicken. Maybe some chicken and broccoli. I love broccoli. Let's see. It's only 32 degrees right now. Looked outside when I took the pup out, and there was frost all over the place. So, wondering when we're going to get hit, you know, with some snow or something. Hopefully not before Thanksgiving, and, you know, I'm not looking forward. The only thing I look forward to in winter means I don't have to go out and mow the grass. And I sure don't shovel snow. So, I'll be done with that. You know, no mowing grass. Can't mow it anyway. You know, it's too wet, too thick, too heavy. Leaves all over the place. Nah, not gonna bother. So, let's see. Oops. Yeah, I see V, you keep saying, you've said it a couple times, and I know Becky, you've said it a couple times, you do love these trays. You don't have to, you know, I know you do, because I see you using them. And I love mine too, these Bella Art de Nicole. I've seen some newer ones that she's put out. I prefer this you know, this style. She got so many that, you know, fancier and has more spaces and for squares and stuff like that. I don't know. This is your basic tray, and I like it. Oh, this thing is really sticking now. So I don't know, you know, how is everybody else doing? I mean, I wouldn't know if you don't comment. I try to answer every comment. I try not to just leave a heart. You know, I want to interact with my subscribers. All you have to do is comment. If you don't like what I'm talking about, hey, say that too. You know, if you like what I'm talking about and you don't want to comment, put a thumb up. If you don't like it, you put a thumb down. That's, you know, that's called freedom of choice. You know, you have that right to do it. And I'm not offended by it. You know, if I gain subscribers, I gain subscribers. If I lose subscribers, that's your choice. Just want to keep adding that in there every time I talk, because if someone gets offended by something I have to say, how would I know if you don't comment? You know, speak up or forever hold your peace. That's it. I haven't watched, I was waiting to see if V would have a video up. I haven't seen one of hers, unless there is one and I missed it, because I didn't have YouTube on all day yesterday, except for when I put the little post in my community tab. Other than that, I didn't even have it on all day yesterday. I just diamond painted, and that was it. And just want to let you know ahead of time, I should be back on here Wednesday. We'll see how far I get then. You know, but you can keep checking my community tab, because I can either post pics or give you information so you don't think I like totally disappeared or abandoned anybody if they are interested or care. Tomorrow I have the appointment for the puppy. He goes in and gets his nails cut, his shots, everything. Everything gets done tomorrow. That's at 10:30. So he's not going to like it. They said he's gotten better with getting his nails cut. He comes out just as happy coming out as he went going in. He doesn't seem to be impressed one way or another. So, you know, even when he's gotten his shots and everything, he's A-okay. He's gotten so used to going every month that, you know, except for his wild, crazy self in the car, he loves going inside there and seeing who's there. So, well, let's see. Oh my gosh, 44 minutes. I apologize. Yikes. Let's see. Once again, I am really enjoying this painting. I mean, really. I can't say enough about it. I do like Chuck Pinson. I don't always buy a painting because of the artist. That I do not do. If it speaks to me, it speaks to me. And like I said, I don't paint them just to paint them. I paint them for a reason. You know, my own stupid reasons, but for a reason. if there is some place on this that I can put the name of Homer and my mother, Naomi, I will do it. Yes, that's their names. I will do it. It's possible I may be able to put it somewhere. And if I can, I will. So, well, I guess I better scoot off here. And still have to get breakfast. Like I said, I've been up since about between 1:30 and 2:30, somewhere around there. So more than likely, when it hits to be about 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening, I'll be passing out again. I've been watching the complete series of Criminal Minds. I'm into that right now. And I think I'm in season 7. Not sure. I think there's like 16 or 18 seasons, something. So I've just been letting it play all day. I watch it on Paramount Plus. And when I'm ready to go to sleep at night, I turn it off and put on Peacock and listen to Everybody Loves Raymond. It puts me to sleep. It's either that or Dick Van Dyke. So yes, those are my go-tos. Like I said, I have to have noise to sleep. Cannot sleep when it's so quiet. And then it's like you get that white noise in your ear, and I gotta have regular noise, good noise. Anyway, I'm getting ready to babble again, so I better stop. So, I think it's sticky. Yeah, see, when it gets too sticky, then I just rub it on my hand when it gets too sticky. So, well, time for me to skate off here and get some breakfast. Yeah, it's almost 7 a.m. I'm going to have to take my meds. And so if there's anything you want to know, just ask. If I can answer it, I will. Anything you want about me, diamond painting, whatever. I don't have any fancy tips or tricks. I don't. These are just, whatever I do on my diamond paintings works for me, and I would never presume to, tell you, oh, you're doing it wrong, do it this way, do it that way. No, I'm not that kind of person. I don't teach, can't teach, won't teach. I just enjoy it for me, and the way it works for me is this way. Will not maybe work for you. So, well, I definitely am going to go now. This is ridiculous, talking this long. And I don't know how long it's going to take for you before you guys see this video. It depends on how fast the internet is. So, I hope you all have a good Sunday. Share yourself with the people you love. Give them a hug. If you can't give them a hug, give them a smile. You see someone passing on the street, and if you nod your head and smile as you walk by, it may affect them the whole day. And maybe they'll pass it on. So, have a good one. Enjoy. Hope you're diamond painting. If not, I hope you're spending time with the people you love and care about. So, Hopefully I can be back on here next Wednesday, and I will keep you updated in the community tab. Love you all, subscribers and watchers. DP Crazy Lady, I'm out.